Laurie James
are here,
and Phoebe. Oh,
and who's yelling microphones? Not sure what's going on, but we're going to introduce who's here, and we. You usually come on and talk about a pet of the week.
Right, I do.
And this time, this was a pet of the week.
Right. Her name was Rosie when she was on
Okay.
before,
on our
and
show.
she was just like 3 months old.
And she wasn't as protective back then.
No, she wasn't.
she's
She's quite protective.
But
She is.
Rosie, when she was Rosie, before she was allowed to be adopted, she had parvo, and she was very, very sick.
Yes.
And they had to do a lot of medicines and IVs and things to get her over that. And then we could bring her on the show, and Lori happened to fall in love with her
Aww.
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah, I saw her on the show and thought she's really cute. We had just recently lost our dog.
Oh.
And then Wanda said, well, what about Rosie? And so I watched the episode again. And then we went to see her at the Humane Society, and that was it. We just brought her home that day.
Well, good.
And how long have you had her?
We had her, she turned 2 in July, so we got her the 18th of December of 2015.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Wonderful.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
And her name now is Phoebe.
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 And she's extremely smart.
Well, you were telling me about how she communicates to go out to Wee Wee.
Yeah,
does she-
tell
what-
us.
She
Yeah.
does. When we first got her, we were trying to train her, of course, and we hung some bells on the front door, on the doorknob, and whenever she would go out, we would ring them right in front of her, and it was only a couple days, and she'd go up and
Ring the bell.
ring those bells, and out she'd go.
Wow.
Aren't you smart?
She
Phoebe?
is. She's also very strong-willed.
Okay.
What? Do you know? I don't remember what breed. What
She's
she's
part
mixture.
black and tan,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if there's
Right.
another part to
I think
it.
there was healer in there, too. If you look
Yes,
at her
you
chest,
can look at her
there,
chest.
it looks
Yeah, there's
like
some healer going on
yeah.
there. And blue healers are extremely smart. They're cattle dogs, right?
Right.
I mean, they herd cattle, and you see them in the back of these flatbed trucks, and you think that they're going to fly out any
I know.
minute. You know.
Does she herd you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. She herds everyone.
So tell me about her temperament. Why does she have such a unique temper?
Yeah.
I think because she's used to it just being the three of us at home. And when people come over, she just immediately gets, like, why are you here?
Yeah.
But then after a little bit, she calms down and she makes friends with everyone.
She's
and
just protective.
She is.
She's taken on that role of being
She
the
is.
protector.
She is. But
She's-
she's really good, though. I mean,
she's-
she's
yeah.
sweet.
She's been to my house and
Chased her guineas.
and chased my guinea.
Oh
Really?
no!
Yep.
No, not
to
any-
kill 'em, but
No,
just
not
to-
anything
just
like
to
Just
that.
want
some
to play.
Yeah,
Right.
she'll play all day.
I
That's good.
asked about the animals that's in house right now at the Humane Society, and they have 80 dogs and 26 cats. They're still needing cleaning supplies, Purex, newspapers. They need wash soap, canned dog food. That's a lot of animals to get ready for winter. It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I'm sure they could use even bowls,
Yeah.
to water and feed in. I think they're short staffed right now, so volunteers would be
Okay.
a very wonderful thing to have.
There's a lot of people that are animal lovers, and they would like to do something. This is a perfect way for them to do
Right, and some people may rent and be in apartments or whatever, and they can't have a pet. Well,
Yeah.
they could still,
You get your pet fix.
right, out there. And I know that straw and hay for bedding is always a needed item. I asked about October adoptions, and they are short-staffed, like I said, and they think there was like 21 in October, but they were not real sure. But I was thinking 106 pets to bathe, and then the flea and tick and the shots to keep
Right.
up with, because everyone's going to have shots at different time to keep current on the parvo and distemper and rabies and
Do
things.
they have to transport them to
Dr.
get that
Melton's
done, or does
office?
he come out there?
I think they take them because
Wow.
they have a van that I'm licensed to drive and
I bet that's
insured to
fun.
drive. To take the van.
Yeah,
Take with all
take
the
a bunch of
animals.
animals to go
Yeah.
get
No,
their shots.
I just come here in the van.
Yeah.
I don't transport. Yes, but Phoebe has definitely got a wonderful home. I would
We
love
love
to,
success stories.
yes,
we do,
I
too,
would
yeah.
love to be
Yeah.
adopted by them anytime.
I bet they would.
Well, you come whenever you want to.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You can come and stay with
You
us
can you can eat
whenever.
out of the same bowl.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
same water.
Well, she doesn't like to share the food very much.
Well, that's why she growls. She says, "Are you here to take my food?"
Yes,
Don't take my
yes, and the treats is even
You know, and I
worse.
can only imagine being in the environment that they come from, that they're probably very protective of their food.
Right.
Especially
'Cause
since
they
there's
have
other
to
dogs
share.
around. Yeah.
But she has cats in the house, and she's really
Oh,
good
okay.
with your
So
cats.
that-
Oh
They
yeah.
get along.
Oh, they
They get
get
along,
along
yeah.
fine. It was a little iffy at first because the cat is older, kind of set in his ways.
Yes.
And then here comes this puppy, you know, and he
Yeah,
didn't
oh,
know
yeah.
what to do about that.
Yeah, yeah.
But now they're fine.
Who's the boss?
Well,
They
my-
take turns, believe it
Ah.
or not. She used to be the instigator all the time.
Ah.
And now Smokey takes his turn at instigating her.
Oh.
How
And
funny.
we sit there and go, yay.
Do they play together?
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny.
I mean, they
That's good.
snuggle up, they sleep together.
Would
Oh,
you
that's
say
good.
she's more your dog or Wayne's dog, or kind of 50-50?
She's Wayne's dog at playtime and being outside and doing stuff like that. And at nighttime, she wants to be with me and she snuggles and, you know,
Aw.
Yeah.
Does she
She's
sleep
sweet.
with you guys?
She
She does.
She got the
she
best of both
does.
worlds.
And
You
she,
bet.
You got it made.
we find we can't move sometimes because she's,
Ah.
you know,
Right.
Right.
Right there.
Right.
Right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's wonderful, isn't
Well,
it?
there's plenty to choose from out at the Humane Society, and we encourage everyone to take take a minute to go out and see what's available.
You be
You
that
may
next,
be
I was
surprised,
gonna say you may be that next success story.
and we would love to have you on our show if you do have a success story about adopting or rescuing an
Right.
animal out at the Humane Society. We always want to promote it because the Humane Society is a no-kill.
Right.
And it used to not be,
Right.
and it's transitioned over to that, and part of the mission of the Humane Society is to educate about spay and neutering,
That's right.
making sure that the population doesn't get out of hand, and it's always out of hand if you've got more animals than people want to take.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
At the spay and neuter clinic, I was going to talk about
Okay.
it, but the spots filled up by 1 o'clock
Oh,
yesterday.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So that
But
and they're-
good, yay
right,
to those that
right.
are able to
and
do
there'll
that.
be, I think, another one in January. So
Okay.
people need to mark their calendars if there's any need for their pet
Okay.
to be fixed. But yes, spay and neuter, and please callers tags like Miss Phoebe Scott and
Mm-hmm.
the shots, because you know she had parvo, and I've said it before. If anyone's ever had a pet with parvo and
Yes.
you smell that,
It's-
you will never forget
Right.
the smell.
Right.
And
She's
it's
not growling at me now.
well, that's great.
give her a minute.
Yeah, give her a minute. Okay, she's forgotten who.
She's
about
very
it.
protective, which is great. And
Well,
you know,
she is.
she's had a rough start too.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm so thankful that the Humane Society took the time to save her,
You bet.
because there's a lot of work involved in saving a parvo pup.
And the thing I wanted to say about that too, when we went to meet her, and we decided that you know we wanted to bring her home, they don't just give them to you. You have
Right.
to answer questions, and they
Sure,
make sure
okay.
that you know the living environment's going to be okay for them. So I was really happy that they asked us those questions.
Yeah, they
and-
check they check the owners out too. They want to make sure that the animal is in a safe and permanent place.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there you
They
go.
wanted to know, you know, how often she'd be outside, how often she'd be left alone. You know, all different things that
They want them to go to a good home.
they do. They really do.
Yeah.
And we were grateful that they said go
That's
ahead and
a
take
deal.
her.
Yeah. Well, we want to encourage people to check out the Humane Society, and if you're in need of an animal, of course, we're going into the holiday season. It's a perfect time to be going down there to check out a nice Christmas gift for the younger folks in the family. And we appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Thank
much,
you,
and we'll
thank
have you back
you.
again.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. Thanks for everyone for tuning in, and also the people that were on the show. And you're going on your little vacation pretty soon?
Saturday.
All right. Well, and you're going to do some diving, right? Is that
We
what you-
are.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose.
Are you going to go
of the
on a
trip.
ship or something like a shipwreck and get the
No,
treasure
but
chest
I
and all?
understand that there's some area where you'll just see a big shadow go over you and it'll be a big manta ray.
Oh yeah.
And probably see some sharks.
Okay? You want to see sharks.
Sure. As long as they're not like got their mouth open trying to eat me. It's not like they're great whites
I mean,
that
are
are.
they big sharks or?
I've seen pictures. I don't know. I'll let you know. How about I'll let you know when I come back?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
They said if I come back.
All right. Thanks for watching. Tune in again next time. We'll see you again.